What is that?
Mum, we need to get in quick. I know what it is. Mum, we need to get in quick. I know what it is. We need to get in quick. I know what it is.
Get in, quick, quick, quick. What is that?
Mum, we need to get in quick. I know what it is. Mum, we need to get in quick. I know what it is. We need to get in quick. I know what it is.
Get in, quick, quick.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Missions. Engine full power. Go NRL 69. Go Falcon. Go SpaceX. Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
At T plus 30 seconds and counting, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Coming up next, the vehicle will be passing through max Q, which is the point in the mission profile where the vehicle experiences the
Falcon 9 power and telemetry are nominal.
The greatest amount of aerodynamic pressure.
Falcon 9 is supersonic. Max Q.
Great call out there for max Q, which is again when the vehicle experiences the greatest amount of aerodynamic stress. Coming up next, we'll have several events happening in quick succession, starting with MECO, followed by stage sep,
Impact shell has started.
SES-1, and then the boost back burn. Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is where all 9 M1D engines shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is where the first and second stages separate from one another. Followed by this, the MVAC engine on the second stage will light, which is called out as Second Engine Start 1, or SES-1. This engine burn, lasting several minutes, will propel the second stage and the payload to orbit. The boost back burn will assist the first stage in returning to its recovery location at Landing Zone 1. In addition to these major events, the fairing halves will separate about 30 seconds after SES-1, so keep an eye out for all of those events that are coming up in just a few seconds. And as a reminder, we will not have any views of the Falcon 9 second stage or the payload at the request of our customer.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
Back ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
And a good series of back-to-back callouts there and views, which again were MECO, stage separation, SES-1, and the boost back burn. Coming up shortly, we should hear a callout for fairing separation, but again, as a reminder, we will not be showing it on screen.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Good call out there, confirming fairing separation. We will be attempting to retrieve these fairing halves once they fall back to Earth with our recovery vessel, Doug.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
And a good call out there, confirming boost back shutdown.
We are currently 3 minutes and 36 seconds into today's mission. Now the next major milestone coming up in about 3 minutes from now will be the entry burn of the Falcon 9 booster as it continues on its journey towards Landing Zone 1. To start the entry burn, we'll relight 3 M1D engines, which is similar to pumping the brakes to slow down the vehicle as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. We need to slow down the vehicle to reduce re-entry forces, which then helps us recover and reuse the first stage. During the entry burn, Falcon 9 is decelerating by firing its Merlin engines, but it's still moving really fast. This causes the vehicle to fly through Merlin's exhaust gases, also known as the rocket's plume, which deposits a layer of soot on the vehicle surface. That soot comes from the carbon-based fuel that Falcon 9 uses, and with each flight, the soot builds up a little more on the outside of the vehicle.
Both vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
Good call out there. Reusability is the key to lowering the cost of spaceflight, which enables more investments in critical space infrastructure. The Falcon 9 first stage that is supporting today's mission is performing this entry burn for the second time today, and the payload fairing supporting today's mission will be recovered for future reuse. So we should be hearing the call out for that entry burn in about a minute and a half from now.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Good call out there for the entry burn startup. This burn is set to last about 20 seconds, and again is slowing down the vehicle in preparation for its final burn and landing.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
And there you heard the call out.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
There is the call out for the completion of the Falcon 9's first stage entry burn. Coming up next will be the first stage landing burn, which will start in about a minute from now. The Merlin engines on the Falcon 9 first stage are optimized for sea level, and these achieve 190,000 pounds of thrust, each during ascent and descent. At liftoff, Falcon 9's first stage has thrust greater than 5 747 airplanes at full power. Should be expecting the final burn in about 10 seconds from now.
Stage 1 transonic.
Stage 1 FTS is saved. Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing burn.
We are now waiting for Falcon 9 to land at landing zone 1.
Landing was deployed.
Impact shutdown.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And there you heard the call out for a successful landing of our Falcon 9 rocket. This was the second launch and landing for this first stage.
Nominal orbit insertion.
As a reminder, we will not be showing any Stage 2 or deployment views at the request of our customer. So with that landing of the Falcon 9 booster, we will be bringing today's webcast to a close. We'd like to thank the NRO for entrusting us with today's mission, and we'd also like to thank the range and the FAA for their support.